Let's go.
Hi, my name's David McCallister. I'm the Artistic Director of the Australian Ballet, and we are so looking forward to bringing the Australian Ballet to the Sydney Coliseum Theatre, West HQ.
Beautiful. And then you can do exactly the
Yeah.
same.
Look
Look at me.
look at me.
Yeah.
Come here.
Yeah.
Hi, my name's David McCallister. I'm the Artistic Director of the Australian Ballet, and we are so looking forward to performing at the Sydney Coliseum Theatre, West HQ.
Okay. So we've done that. That's
Mhm.
a good tick. So
Sorry.
have they shown you the questions? Or
Yes, I did read them through.
So again, just anytime we're talking and using the theatre's name, we need to say
Sydney Coliseum, West HQ. Yep.
So I'll ask you the questions, and because my voice isn't going to be in the,
I have to give the
paraphrase
answer.
it,
Yeah, give the question and the
and
answer. Yep.
yeah, just paraphrase it.
Mhm.
So David, what does having a new home for the Australian Ballet in Greater Western Sydney mean for the organisation and the performers?
Mhm. We are really excited to have this new home in Western Sydney, the Sydney Coliseum Theatre, West HQ, because so many dancers are coming from the western suburbs of Sydney, and we have so many dancers in the company that grew up in the West, and we're also, there's so many ballet schools all through that area. We've actually been sort of doing a few things out in the area, but it's not like having an amazing, beautiful venue, which is what the Sydney Coliseum Theatre is going to be for us. So we're really excited about being able to have another place that we can perform in the Greater Sydney area that's not the Opera House, so we can bring our big shows, and we can also bring our kids show, the Storytime Ballet, and maybe even our smaller regional tour as well. So we'll be able to have another home in Greater Sydney, which is amazing.
There was one point where you
I know I didn't say HQ.
It's could we just do it just one more time?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. That was just warming up.
Yeah. No, it's fine.
So rather than me reading the full question as
Yep.
it is,
It's-
can you tell me what it's going to mean to you
Yep.
and to the performers
Yep.
to be part of this?
Sure. It's so exciting for us at the Australian Ballet to have another home in the Greater Sydney area, because obviously we perform at the Sydney Opera House, but to be able to perform at the Sydney Coliseum Theatre, West HQ, means that all of those dance schools all around Western Sydney will be able to come and see us. They don't have to go all the way into the city. And for our dancers, it's amazing, because so many of them grew up and trained and had their whole family living in the Western Sydney suburbs, and so for us to be able to bring our big shows to a beautiful theatre out in that part of town will be amazing. And from what I've seen of the Sydney Coliseum Theatre West HQ already, it's extraordinary. So it's going to be a great partner place for us to be able to perform in Greater Sydney.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought that felt like it was a bit more natural to
Yeah,
me.
oh, good.
So what does it mean for the people of Western Sydney to have a better access to seeing your performance? So
Mhm.
in terms of the people,
Yeah.
I'm guessing means the audience.
Yeah.
What's it? Right? So what is it going to mean to them to
Yeah.
be able to have that access?
Well, I think there's so many people in the Western Sydney area who love ballet, and we know that by so many ballet schools in Western Sydney. But it is a long way to come, when we're performing at the Opera House, and so that's why we've been trying to do more performances in the Western Sydney area. We've done a number of outdoor shows at Penrith, and we've also had our Storytime Ballet performing in various different venues around the sort of outer Sydney area. But I think to have a theatre like the Sydney Coliseum Theatre West HQ, it means that we can do more ballet in closer to where that audience is. And so instead of having to come all the way into the Opera House, we can come out to you and present, our Storytime Ballet. And we're even hoping that we can do like main stage performances as well with, because there's a beautiful orchestra pit and the venue will be able to fit all of the main sort of shows. So yeah, it will be our second opportunity to do main stage performances and have those audience members just being local, not having to spend an hour and a half getting to see the ballet.
So true. What role does dance play in society nowadays?
I think Australia is the great dancing nation, and I think the role of dance and ballet, which is, all forms of dance, but I suppose what we're talking about is ballet, is on a real growth trajectory at the moment. I think people are really coming to see dance in droves, and I think with doing that, we then inspire the next generation of young people to continue that sort of joining into dance classes and hopefully, one day becoming professional dancers. And obviously for us, we hope they become professional ballet dancers. So this is, I think, an important part of the culture of Australia today. And I think we are incredibly good at producing amazing world-class dancers. And so for us, I feel like dance is in a very exciting place, and that's why the more places we can take the company to and inspire the next generation of dancers through, our kids ballet, the Storytime Ballet, or through main stage performances, I think it only just builds that excitement and enthusiasm about ballet and dance.
Last question, how's that? What can we expect from the debut season at Sydney Coliseum?
Yeah. So, as I said, we're so excited that we're going to be a part of the first season at the Sydney Coliseum Theatre, West HQ. And for our first season, we'll be presenting our children's ballet, the Storytime Ballet, which is based around the Nutcracker, the beautiful big classical story ballet of the Nutcracker. And we do this specially made performance for underage kids. So it's from basically anywhere between 0 and about 5-6 years old. And there's a narrator who tells the story, and all of the characters from the ballet are in part of the show, but it only goes for like 50 minutes. So it's perfect time for a family audience, and it's got the full orchestration, and it's a beautiful production. So we're really proud of it, and one of the reasons we do it is because it's the ballet that people come to see that usually inspire them to have a lifetime love of dance. So so that's what we'll be bringing and performing in this beautiful new venue.
I think you've done it. How's that?
Thank you.
Well
that was
done.
great.
Easy and
Oh,
painless.
record time.
Yeah.